Meek Mill. So we're waiting for this project. He Instagrammed something very interesting. Let's just take a look. Yo, how crazy is this? He plays back to back for motivation.
Hey, yo, listen, as a guy who's been in hella beefs, have you ever drove around listening to the game dissing you?
2 years removed?
To motivate you?
Really?
Really? Please enlighten me.
I'm retired, so I don't know how much motivation I need. But
do you ride around listening to No Shopping? As motivation?
That's not a good song.
Okay.
But when niggas have dissed me, I have locked in with the headphones on and listened to that diss track
to respond
a million different times.
Really?
To internalize it however I want. For me, I was responding. I was definitely going to respond. But see, you and I had this conversation. That's why I think this Meek shit is interesting. Because last week, when he announced his album title, Wins and Losses, right? I loved it. You loved it. We loved it. But you thought that he was not going to speak in depth about wins and losses. You thought he wouldn't be specific. You just thought he would stray away from certain areas because he's braggadocious.
No, well, to be clear, I do not. And I will put whatever on. I don't think Meek will ever come out and say, I lost the battle with me and Drake. I do not believe that'll happen at all. I think he'll take blame or he'll take quote unquote losses for other things around it. But that particular battle,
for gentlemen
as a rapper, have you ever admitted that you've lost the beef?
What beef have I lost? I've never lost.
Well, it's arguable that the game washed you.
Nobody will say that anybody in their life washed Joe Budden.
He got the best.
Use a gentler word.
That's debatable. Some people may say that if you're from the West Coast, if you're in Games Camp.
If you're in Games Camp.
Yeah,
but listen, you know what? You know why I fuck with Game? Because Game gonna always say he washed me. I'm gonna always say I washed him.
Yeah,
but that's not my point. What are we talking about here? Oh, the Drake, Meek shit. Now, for gentlemen like you may need him to literally say, Drake did not ever beat me in a battle. I don't need that. I'm talking about contextually. If you name your album Wins and Losses, right? And now you're seen on Snapchat bumping the shit, I'm thinking that you're painting a picture, you're telling a story, and you're leading your fans up to what you're about to introduce on the album. Now, I'm coupling this with the videos that he shot. I love all of them. Like, we're witnessing a rollout. We're witnessing thought out, meticulous planning, I think, even in this loose Snapchat shit. I don't think that that's just a loose, hey, I'm riding around in my fancy shit.
Wait, hold on. What do you think is the rollout? Because he did as well put out videos for a DC4 and that was a mixtape.
I think that Meek is, well, all right, this is what I mean. I think that whatever his subject matter is on this album, I think little things are leading us there. That's what I think. And I think in that he won't have any problem talking about things that have transpired with him and Nicki, things that have transpired between him and Drake, emotions that he went through. If Yachty's album is called Teenage Emotions, when I hear Meek shit, I'm looking for man emotions. I'm looking for adult
emotions.
I'm looking for adult hood nigga, street nigga shit
emotions
that I can relate to and identify with, and I 100% think Meek is gonna do that. Him showing me that he's riding around listening to Back to Back, that means nothing to me. Back to Back is a great song. Great song. And I'm sure that today, all these years later, or 2 years later, how old it is, I'm sure him and his niggas could listen to that and think nothing of it.
Really?
I'm sure they could laugh at it. I don't think, but again, this is from me who thinks that Meek is not as emotional as he was with Nicki. And if he is, I don't think he's reacting to it. I don't think he's letting everybody know that. I like the way he is moving in this breakup.
I think this is trolling.
No.
I don't believe that he's
trolling from a nigga who has not been trolling? He ain't been trolling. But you're such a Drake fan.
Okay, wait. Let him explain. Why do you think it's trolling?
He's putting out an album, right? This will get people talking, right? What I mean is, I don't believe he's literally, or in his day-to-day life, he's listening to Drake's song back to back.
All right, here, let me ask you a question.
I don't think this is happening at all.
But that's why it's part of the rollout plan.
Got you.
And that's why I say it's trolling.
Here's my question.
Because people are gonna be like, oh my God.
If he is though,
listening.
Do you not think that would be pretty inspiring to whoever he's talking about in that back-to-back?
You can't imagine that he listened to this in the studio when he went in to record. I can see that.
Wait. Listen,
I'm sure he listens to it like in retrospect. He's not with Nicki anymore. I'm sure that hearing this and the effect that it has
this was
today,
a prophetic diss song. Like it told you it was gonna happen. But
and that's a good point. After the
why
breakup,
would you listen? Why would you listen to a diss song for motivation?
What do you mean prophetic? I told them they was breaking up before they broke up.
No, but wait. But it was on the song. Listen, and it was a hit. Why would you listen to a diss song for motivation unless you were penning a response track? I just can't imagine that being.
But he's going to respond on the album, even if it's not one specific song. You don't think he will over the course of the album?
So you're saying he's still at the point where he's responding to that?
Look, he's never really spoken about this. I feel like this project is going to have all of that on it. This is my
beef with you.
Slow
down. Slow down. Slow
to
down. This is my beef with you, and I try not to talk about Aubrey today
songs, I mean.
because we talk about Aubrey a lot.
Okay.
But you, boy, you gotta stop that shit.
What are you talking about?
Because Aubrey could diss Meek for 2 years and nobody cares.
They've been back and forth.
Knock it the fuck off.
They've been back and forth.
They have not.
Meek ain't been back and forth with him.
No.
When I see an OVO
Drake has been dissing Meek for 2 years. If anything,
just
let me say what I'm saying. If anything, let's say that you're right and Meek has been dissing him as well. Meek shouldn't want to diss that nigga for 2 damn years. Okay. He lost. Okay. The winner shouldn't still be dissing you 2 years later. But you ignore that.
No, that is something with Drake. When we're talking about Drake, he shouldn't be dissing Tory. If you're above Tory, you should have never been dissing Tory. You should never been dissing Meek.
So I want you to hold Meek. I want you to hold Drake to the same standard that you hold Meek. If Meek is saying he's riding around listening to this for motivation, here you come to say 2 years later and Meek is still talking about Drake. I don't know if I'm really feeling that. But when Drake does it, you don't mind. I don't like your double standard.
Why are you changing my words? I didn't say. What I'm saying is that when I hear someone say they're motivated by a diss track, it feels like they're gonna pen a response. Mm-hmm. And to me, any type of direct response to each other, they're always going to throw jabs for the rest of their careers.
Who the fuck are you to say what someone does with that motivation?
And when I hear this,
I would think a response back is coming. You don't get to say what somebody else does with their motivation.
That's why I'm here giving my perspective, right? Like, you're giving your perspective on what Bryson and Party's thinking.
So just to be clear, what are you disagreeing on? So they have gone back and forth for a long time. I think we think on this, he's going to really go in depth and be more honest about it. What are you disagreeing with, just to be clear?
That particular thing, I don't think he's really listening to Drake. I think he's trolling, right? However, on the album, what I do want him to actually say or get into is just his real true feelings. But I feel like he won't be humble on the album and admit certain things. And you could look up the definition of humble because Meek is not, there's no humbleness in Meek. Okay, so let's not say this is an act of humility. Of him just
that's humble.
Okay.
That's humble.
So that's the disagreement.
Got a song called Fuck Being Humble. I don't know where.
I don't care about what these rappers title their songs.
He tells you fuck being humble.
I don't care about what these rappers say out their fucking mouth.
And so none of this changes your mind. You think this is straight trolling. You don't think he's going to be...
Yeah, he's trolling. He got an album coming. It's going to be fire.
So look, I feel like we just got to hear the project then.
It's going to be fire.
And in closing, I'll say this. I think, and this is where we just have a difference of opinion, I think that Meek has shown plenty of acceptance with a lot of things that have occurred in his life in the past 2 to 3 years. Seems like he accepts it. He don't seem bitter. The words you new niggas like to call people. He don't seem angry. He don't seem like he's harping. He don't seem like he has resentments. It seems like some shit happened, and now he's finally okay enough to talk about it.
In a sense, you're right.
Wins and losses. Hey, I'm okay enough now to talk about what I've gone through.
Hold on. However, talk about it in the way that still it doesn't define how he's going to talk about it, right? Is he going to say he lost a battle, or is he going to say, hey, I went through this?
You think he's going to say, I lost a battle, but my rolling still... What do you think he's going to do?
All right, so we're going to keep disagreeing on this. Look.
He's going to beat a dead horse and say...
No, he's not. No, he ain't.
So we disagree. They've gone back and forth forever.
Yeah, but you know
what?
You
think he's going to speak his truth, like really in depth, be honest? You think it's going to be the same old shit?
Yes, but this is what I don't like.
Let's see what happens.
When his album comes out, because I like that, let's see what happens. You don't never see what happens. Like I be calling shit, and then I be right about shit when it comes out, and then you just get to play your little possum cut in the corner.
If he comes,
you still owe 40 push-ups.
Nigga, what are you talking about?
Listen, you still owe 40 push-ups.
If he comes out and he is admitting everything that transpired, and he's just blatantly honest about it, I will probably find a new respect for Meek because I've never seen that side of him ever.
Okay. Yeah, I think
Ever.
we all want to see that side of him.
We do.
Maybe we will on this project.
Yo, humility. If rappers learn that one word, humility, they would
You
go
need
a
to
long
learn
way.
that one.
I think wins and losses sounds like there's humility. But anyway, let's move on to something that we can't unsee.
Off an album title, that's what we rocking with. Come on, nigga.
Just
It's
saying.
humble.
Just reading between
You
the
should
lines.
look up the word humble.
We could be wrong.
Niggas got a song called "Fuck Me
Guys.
Humble."
When you admit your loss,
Yo, bro,
it's being humble.
How old is that song?
Last year, fuck me humble, fuck me humble. Like yo,
A lot
okay,
could change.
okay, he's changing. Y'all got.